All right, this is Coach JJ from Marquette. This is for the Carrollton guy. I hope to see you this summer, but I want to make something for you before you have your sectionals. I took a video of you throwing discus and shot put, but my shot put video is corrupted, I think. I don't know. I just can't get it to work on my computer. But anyways, I want to make a little video for you for your discus. And here, I'll just play it. I'm going to watch you over here on the left. This was during your warm-ups, but I would say even though it kind of fell apart towards the end, that was one of your best throws of the meet. And I say that I'm only using him for comparison because his form is pretty good. But your entry was very good right there. You stayed on the balls of your toes. You had a big leg kick. Okay, here's something. Watch your leg. You kind of curl it up. And then I need you to look at this over here. He's got a big, wide leg kick. You're kind of bringing it in close. And you're not really creating much momentum off of that. The reason the leg kick is to bring it out wide and then bring it in real quick. That's this big, long first step. And then it kind of catapults yourself to the center of the ring once it's eventually going in. Your transfer wasn't horrible, but we need to see your heel not touch the ground. See right here, you land pretty flat-footed, and when your heel touches the ground, that friction right there is slowing you down, and it's also preventing you from fully turning. You can see here, like, look at your feet right there. Your foot is still kind of stuck. And that's what happened. You didn't stay on your toe and allow yourself to have a pivot point in your heel. So your heel's stuck on the ground, which causes your foot to sit like this. And now you're stuck in this weird L formation as you're throwing. If you look here, his heel will not touch the ground. It kind of looks like it does there, but I know it isn't on the whole time. And that way he can pivot like you would swinging a baseball bat. Imagine a baseball bat in his hands right there as he pivots through, which you don't do a terrible job at it by any means. Like I said, this is probably your best throw. And I say that also because you're very fluent with this one. It was one motion. It didn't look clunky. It didn't look like I call the big man throw. It wasn't very stompy and kind of just big, strong man throw. It was fluent. It wasn't terrible. And this is another point I'm going to show. This is what I call holstering. You're coming from your hip with this discus, and you're releasing very low, and your arm is down. You don't want your arm to go below a line here. And I'll show you what I mean here. As his arm is low, his body, like his shoulder blades to his hand, are pretty parallel. It's a little low right here, which isn't awful. But as you can see here, here's a better angle. Oh. I could put a rod from hand to hand right through his body, and it won't come out anywhere. It's one long pole. That's how you should imagine your arms. Is just a straight line the whole time. As your arm is dipping low, you're going to release very low, and it's going to come out very strange, which is fine. progress. Your release point, again, is very low. You should be releasing this thing way up here. But it could have slipped. Like I said, this was your warm-ups. I'm not judging. I'm just trying to help. As you can see, his point of release is up here. If you want to compare, versus down here. And that's what happens when your hands are low. It's easy for it to come out. And also your body. Here, let me back up a little more. Your body, again, I think this had to do with the heel, and you looked very uncomfortable when this happened. I think you were just struggling a little bit, and it's all right. But your body wasn't square. He's got, let's see, he's got a foot there and a foot there, and it allows his chest, when he throws, to be straight down the middle. He's going to be showing his chest. As you can see, it goes straight down the middle. He's got his leg behind him to lift that throw. You did not, and your legs are your strongest muscles in your body. And he kind of fell back. Again, I'm just picking on you, just to show you. Maybe you'll see something that'll help you before sectionals and get you to state. I'd love to see you there. But it wasn't all in all, like I said, I'm picking out a lot of stuff. I'm just a very picky person. It wasn't that horrible. But we got to make sure you get a space, a good healthy space right here and here. This foot should be towards the center. This foot should be offset to the left a little bit. That way when you do pivot through, your leg is behind you, down the middle, and you're allowed to get that discus all the way around to its release point versus a premature release down low. Because you're a big, strong dude. You could power throw, I'm sure, easily 110. And we'll work on it. I got a lot of drills that we can work on that'll help you with this. And I know your father was pretty persistent about learning the spin. Again, that's up to both you guys for the shot put. I mean, for now, I would like you to look at this thrower right here. There's his name, Thomas Majewski. This is Rio of 2016. He's got the style of power throwing that I think you should look into. He's also a very large person, and he uses that to his advantage. He's one of the last two power what is it called? T throwers, power T. Yeah, power T throwers that exist. There's only one more now. He's from Germany, David Stahl. But was he Polish? I think this guy's Polish. Let's see. But he's got the form I think you should look into. It's the same thing, but there's a lot of little key points. But you see, he's a big man. He's a big man throwing that thing. I really wish I could get this shot put video of you throwing up. But it's just a shame it's corrupted, because I really wanted to pick at that too. But notice how he's on his toes from the get-go when he starts throwing. Your toes they're a springboard. They're powerful. It's what allows you to jump. We got to use them. We got to get on our toes. You're going to hear that from me a lot this summer. We got to get you on your toes. We got to be 280-pound ballerinas. I mean, that's just it's what's got to happen, and we'll work on it. We'll have drills. It's difficult being heavy and staying on your toes, and you got to be light or perform light. Yeah, but that's David Stahl. I'm sorry, David Stroll, not Stahl. Yep. One more time. Only bring it around on this one. There we go. Okay. So even from the get-go, remember, you want to make this rod through your arms. He could even be a little more squared up. Your shoulder blades should be aligned with that. As you can see, if I draw a line on yours, it's a bent rod. We want that straight. Something you can work on if you want to. Find an old broomstick and put it on your shoulders like you would if you're squatting, and then wrap your arms, make your arms straight on it. Like hold each end, and then go through your motions, go through your steps, and it helps a lot. Because eventually, when you start not using the rod, your arms are going to naturally be there. Once again, like I said, you did a really good job on staying on your toe. But let's get this leg out there. We're calling it a big soccer kick, or a punt, if you've ever seen, or kickoff in football. They get that big leg way back there, about to kick it. We want to get that out there. That'll help with your balance a little bit. Again, we're going to get this arm out there. Your arms are made for balance. See, he's got his arms still going. Let your hand lead you. You gotta land on those toes. See, it just your heel just hits for a second, and then you start bringing it around, but the damage is already done as soon as it hit the ground. And we're trying to get squared, get your feet. Like, that wasn't a bad spot. It's just you're not on your toe. But your other foot should be landing somewhere over here. So you stepped down pretty early. Again, I think that had to do with your heel dragging. Caused your foot to step early. And then get your release up. Get it up here. Not down here. We don't want to holster it. But yep. Anyways, good luck for the rest of the season, and I'll see you this summer.